Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another soup, and I'm going to do a cream of mushroom today because we got some dried mushrooms left over from that hot and sour soup, which you can get right here. You don't have to use these. You can just use your favorite mushroom. I just want to use these up, and just interested to see what it's going to taste like. So anyway, this is what you're going to need. Okay, so these are those dried mushrooms reconstituted. This is a pound of regular button mushrooms. You're gonna need some salt, some pepper. You need about 2 tablespoons. I didn't measure it out, but about 2 tablespoons. You're gonna need some olive oil. I got here 1 small onion. I cut up a lot of garlic. I'm not going to use all of it. Probably use maybe a tablespoon of that. So that's probably 2 nice sized cloves. Going to need about a cup of heavy cream. I got a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour here. I got a big can of chicken stock, and that's going to be 6 cups. And also some white wine. I've got here a Pinot Grigio, but I'm going to use about a cup of this. So let's get this going. Okay, I've got my larger. This is a 5-quart stock pot. I'm going to put on medium. We're going to put a couple tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to add a couple tablespoons of butter. That's 1. That's 2. Let's get this melted, and then we're gonna saute those onions and garlic together. Okay. So I'm going to put this on a medium. There's all that onion. That's about a tablespoon of that chopped garlic. I'm going to saute this until those onions are nice and soft. Then we're going to throw those mushrooms in. Okay, so those onions and stuff are soft. So now I'm going to add first these mushrooms. I'm going to cook these down so I can gain some space in the pot. I'm going to put a little bit of salt on there. It's going to help draw the moisture out. Maybe turn the heat up just a little bit. And what I did with this, with these mushrooms, is I took about half of them to 3/4 of them, and I chopped them a little bit finer. I bought the already sliced ones, and so I have a couple larger pieces here, which would be nice in a soup. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is just going to cook until all the moisture is cooked out of the mushrooms. Okay, so these mushrooms have softened up. It's been about 3 minutes, and you can see the moisture coming out. So what we want to do is we want to evaporate that moisture. Now, since I'm using reconstituted mushrooms in this, I want to add those now, so this way any moisture can be cooked out of those as well. Okay, so I'm going to cook this down, and we'll be back. Okay, a lot of that moisture is evaporated. It's only been about a total of 8-10 minutes, something like that. And now we're going to add 1 cup of white wine. If you want to use red wine, you can use red wine. And then we're going to just reduce that a little bit. Okay, it's only been about a minute, 2 minutes since I added the wine. I forgot I'm going to add a couple sprigs of the thyme, and you just pull it. You pull it away the way it's growing, and it comes right off. If you're going to use, this is fresh. If you're going to use dried thyme, it tends to be a little bit more potent. So only start with like a quarter teaspoon. All right. All right, so the liquid has cooked away, evaporated. Now I'm going to take that quarter cup of flour, and now we're going to cook this for a couple minutes. Make sure that we get that flour taste all cooked out. So we'll mix this up really good. Cook this down. And that flour is gonna help thicken the soup. All right, it's been a couple minutes. Now we're gonna add the broth. If you wanted to make this vegetarian, then you would use vegetable broth or vegetable stock. Now we're going to let this cook. We're going to bring it to a gentle simmer, and then let it simmer for a while until those mushrooms are nice and tender. Okay, so this is just about coming to a boil. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it to a boil. As soon as it starts to boil, we're going to turn it down to a simmer, and we're going to simmer it for like 20 minutes. So there you can see it's starting to move. Okay, so now I'm going to take that heat from high and medium low to a simmer, and we're going to just let that simmer until all those mushrooms are nice and tender. Okay, so this has been simmering for just about 20 minutes. It's reduced a little bit, you can see. And now we're going to add, this is more cream. This is 1 1/4 cup. I just wanted to use it all. But pretty much just like a one cup. All right, now I'm gonna taste it for seasoning. Now, I forgot to mention, chicken broth I used was regular chicken broth, and I should have used low sodium, but I didn't buy the low sodium, so. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to add lots of pepper. Now we're going to bring this up to a gentle simmer for a couple minutes, and then it's pretty much done. You don't want to boil it vigorously, because then it'll the cream, it'll separate. So you just want to heat it up. All right, this is done. Dish out some and then try it. You can see it's nice and hearty. You can see Right, when you serve this, you want to garnish it with a parsley, or maybe some oyster crackers. Okay, so look at all those mushrooms. It's very hearty. Oh yeah, that's really good. Hot. Anyway, I can't wait to finish that. So that's it. And again, you don't have to use those dried mushrooms that I used. I just had them and I wanted to use them up. So maybe double the amount of mushrooms, maybe mix and, you know, try different types of mushrooms. Anyway, it's real simple. I think it took an hour. So anyway, I hope you try it. If you do, let me know in the comments. You know, that's always appreciated. You know, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for supporting the channel. John Kemp, the Not So Neat Chef. Bye.